happening, guys? Gemma here and back again with another video, and today it is a semi-sad day as I want to talk about a sore subject within our gaming community. Now, as you've seen from this title, it reads, all gamers are the C word. Yes, that's right. I have actually been called a cunt for being a gamer by a family member, believe it or not. Not of late, it's a historical altercation, let's just say, but it's resonated with me. And I was on a train the other day, I was going to some training with work, and behind me there was a discussion about, it was two women, elder ladies, discussing their grandson, and it was, I think, their grandson's friend, and how much time spent on the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, and how much of a waste it was. And I just felt compelled to ask you guys, first of all, have you ever been stigmatised or discriminated against for being a gamer? What do you think? Is there a stigma? Do you admit it to your work colleagues? Do you admit it to your friends? How do you feel about it? We also often hear, you know, you're in your 30s, why are you buying Mega Drive game, you know? And it really just pisses me off no end. I can't tell you enough. Because, you know, I would rather spend my money on things like this than drugs or alcohol. I used to take a lot of drugs at university, blown thousands of pounds on drugs in the past. Talking 15, how old am I? You know, 15 years ago. And I just don't feel that it did me any good. Whereas this is something, it lifts my mood. It's almost like it's an investment. And there are studies to show that gaming improves problem-solving skills, logic. You know, there's a wide range of skills that are good for kids, that, you know, you should encourage kids. Okay, not necessarily to play the likes of Grand Theft Auto or some sick horror games like The Evil Within. You know, let's be realistic here. You know, if you've got kids, I wouldn't let my kid play The Evil Within, for example. I wouldn't sit my 6-year-old down and go, there you go, crack on with a bit of GTA 5. But, you know, within reason. So I was listening to this conversation and it was winding me up, and I didn't say anything. You know, they can have their opinions as much as I can have mine, but I want to know, I want to get this out there. Have you ever been stigmatised? How does it feel? Do you let your kids play video games? We've touched on this debate on my Facebook group in the past, and some of you out there don't let your kids play games, and that's fine, I completely respect that. But what's your stance on it? Now, back when I was in school, it was not cool for girls to like video games. It was not something I spoke about. It was not something I admitted. I used to carry SNES carts to school in my bag, and I would pray to God that no one would really look in my bag or they'd jangle about a little bit. And I used to cringe sometimes when I'd go into my retro game video, you know, my childhood video game store. The video for that is there in the cards, actually, if you want to watch that. And I used to cringe. And then when I was about 16, probably 16, through to age 20, bad times, but it was definitely like, I kind of gave up on gaming a little bit. I missed out, I played the N64, Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, but outside of that, the N64 was lost on me at that point. I got back into it around when the PS2 came out, and maybe when I started university, 2001, might have been 2001, maybe 2002. But it still wasn't that cool for girls to like video games back then. So I always carried a bit of a burden. I felt a little bit embarrassed to be a video game, you know, girl that it was into video games, especially because I was called a cunt by somebody as a kid for liking them. Well, big fuck you, actually, for calling me a cunt, because this is now my life. I mean, it's not what I do for a living. I have a professional job, a very professional, very stressful professional job. But outside of that, this is where it's at for me. So I'm happy with that, I'm proud of that. It's enabled me to connect with you guys. So it's a bit of a rant video, actually. Passionate about it. Now, again, please let me know what you think. I'm going to end the video there. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoy my channel, please like, comment and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Yesterday I posted a video of my bar top arcade machine, the new addition to the games room. This room as it stands, you can't see it, but it's a bit of a mess, believe it or not. But me and Jess are going to be sorting this out, and there will be an updated games room tour coming soon. I've spoken at 1,000 miles an hour, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching. My name's Gemma. Guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.